What are we saying?
I don't know. Hello. So super shaky, sorry, but we've got quite a bit going on today. We may or may not go to the new shop so I can show you guys who haven't seen. Now, those of you who follow Sarah and Tuned, which again, thank you for the shout out, Sarah. You have seen some of the new shop, but in case you haven't, I will be also putting that in one of my videos, just so you guys can see a little of our new shop. We've got lots of errands to run today, which Fred will probably be doing a majority of them. And we have some customer cars that we are working on. So, a very busy day today. And hopefully we can get quite a bit done. We will see. Right now I am driving to the old shop to meet Brandon and try and help him out as best as I can with the customer cars. As well as I've got a little surprise for you guys. Those of you who don't know and didn't see already from Brandon sharing. But yeah, so busy day today, lots of stuff going on. I will also just tag Sarah's video as well so you guys can go and check that out. Because she's super awesome and gave me an awesome shout out, which is cool. No green arrow. And alright, so this beauty is what I have been driving. It is a 96 Miata with a soft top, 5-speed. Not positive if it has the LSD or not, but it does have the pop-ups. It has the traditional toilet bowl old Mazda symbol or logo. And we got this from a veteran. Funny story is that this actually was in Brandon's possession before, and he flipped it and sold it, and we actually bought it back from the guy we sold it to. Still has a dealer plate on it. We are working on it. We're also going to get rid of that roll bar because it's not the prettiest. But this is the gorgeous beauty we have that is now our new daily. I am trying to convince Brandon to let me have it. He did buy it for himself because he planned on buying me this beauty. So it's technically not mine, but I will be using it as a daily until we can get the wagon's AC up and running. We still have to find someone to recharge it, and we have to vacuum out the lines first. But this gorgeous 4-door is a 2007 Fit. It has roughly the same motor in it. The previous owner, something was wrong. I don't remember exactly what, something was wrong with the motor, and he replaced it with the same motor it comes with. So it's new and improved, and the transmission was also replaced. He also has the back wiper delete, which is, I don't know if it's real carbon fiber or cheapo, but it in the sun kind of warped a little. That's fine. Don't worry, we're getting rid of those. We have some LEDs that are in the back. But yep, should be our fun little, kind of gonna act as our like family car slash SUV car. But should be plenty of fun. It is also a stick shift. It is 5-speed, because, you know, we wouldn't do it any other way. But I'm going to also drive this for you guys, so you guys can see, just in case you've never seen a Fit before. Alright, finally made it into the Fit. Had some things to do, cars to move around. But let's get going. And this is uber spacious. I was not expecting this to be so spacious. I have actually only ever driven a few Fits. I used to work as a Lottie for Chapman Honda. I've actually never driven a stick shift Fit. It is a 5-speed, like I told you guys before, which is awesome. It's got some funny, it's got some funny things done to it. The previous owner didn't really fix it after the first owner. And by fix, I only mean the first owner before him was super into LED lights. Like there's 2 buttons over here on the driver's side that were never hooked up but can be for lights, I guess. So the cool thing about this is that it has a seat that goes far enough forward for me to reach the clutch without any issue pretty much. So that's nice. I feel super tall in this. Also, I haven't driven this yet, so sorry about the terrible driving. I'm getting used to it. I got used to the Miata really quick, so hopefully the same thing will happen here. But this one is nice. Like, it's nice and comfortable. The chairs go all the way flat. They also go up, like the bottom of the seats go up, so that's really cool, especially because we have an 80-pound dog who does not like riding in cars. So she'll probably like this car quite a bit. We'll just put the seats up for her. But yeah, it's not terrible. I will say the first time I drove the Miata, I don't like Miatas. I've always hated Miatas, especially because my boyfriend Brandon always got NCs and they were new, and you know, I told him the only way I'd ever own a Miata is if it had pop-ups. And then the next one he buys, which was meant for him, has pop-ups. So it's almost like, was it really meant for you? But anyways, I fell in love after driving that thing, and I told him, I was like, oh, maybe I've always hated your Miatas because I like old and crappy things. And he was like, thanks. That's not what I meant at all. So I came to come and pick him up something, and yeah, so I decided to take the fit so you guys can see it. But I'm in love. It's great. Another thumbs up for me. Update, the CRX is painted by this man. So he has roughly a general idea of what he wants to do, but he definitely wanted to go with green. In person, it comes off greener. For some reason on camera, it's super yellow. But it's in between highlighter green and yellow, more on the green side. But yes, he is keeping those wheels. That was done on purpose. No, it's not rust, it's orange. But, sorry, terrible camera angle. But yeah, so the motor is back in it now, not up and running yet. He still has to tweak that a little. Plus, I think, is it still leaking coolant? Or
I haven't put any in the check.
So, last time we started it, though, it was leaking pretty good.
Yeah, I fixed what I thought was the problem.
Right. So, she's getting closer to possibly finished, question mark,
Yeah,
but...
dude, I gotta put those back in.
What, axles?
The axles, the intake, coil pack, little things, and then all the wires and stuff I gotta put back on.
Yippers. Also, I kind of decided since he's always in this, I'm going to stop calling him my sponsor, even though they do technically quote-unquote sponsor me. But this is boyfriend Brandon. He does all the work I can't do and buys all the cars I can't buy. So,
I have a car buying problem.
Yes, he does. He's a car buying problem. But it's okay. It gets me a Fit and a Miata. And him nothing. Just kidding.
Thanks.
But we do have some customer cars that we're doing. Speaking of which, we do have this 190E that we're doing a swap in. I'm not going to tell you what swap because that's a secret. But I may or may not let you guys know once it's done. I don't know. It's not my car, so it's not my thing to spread. That sounded weird. But hi, Brandon. Okay, bye, Brandon. Currently, I'm in the office, as you can tell by the banner. I will be the office manager of the new shop, so right now I'm organizing all of their files and everything. That way we can get it in the beautiful filing cabinet, everything situated before we get to the new shop. That way we're just starting clutter-free and, brand new, fresh and everything. Also, we have a visitor. Say hi, Jeff! Hi! Absolutely adorable Jeff. But yeah, so for the most part, I'm going to be filing right now. We're basically just getting ready for the new shop. But I did want to show you guys our new cars, our new dailies, pretty much. The Miata has a lot of work that needs to be done to it. Just the clutch is slipping. You know, we had to replace a slave. We're going to do the timing belt water pump as usual. There's just a lot that needs to be done for the Miata. And then the only thing that needs to be done for the fit is the wheel bearing, which we're actually going to do today because it's bad enough that we probably shouldn't be driving it. Like, we're not going to even risk driving it on the freeway, let alone going home. So we're going to fix that wheel bearing. But for the time being, I'm basically just doing files right now. Pretty boring, so I won't film any of that for you guys. So currently, Brandon is taking apart the fit so we can replace the wheel bearing. Can you still turn it so you can make the noise? Not sure if you guys can hear that, but so that's what we're replacing. Hopefully won't make that noise with the new one. We'll have it rusted together. So Brandon's heating it up so they can take it apart. Right? Okay. Oh, look, it's so pretty. Currently, he is taking the knuckle off with the axle in it because we're still having issues with it being seized. So, we'll see if that works. Also, I found his massive leather jacket, even though it's probably, what, only 70 degrees in here, if that, and I'm freezing, so I've got double jacket on. I am a marshmallow. So we popped the axle out from over that way, from the transmission. Okay. From the transmission. Yep. So you can pop it out completely. Yay! That's all, folks. Alright, PB Blaster on. Hopefully doing its liquid magic. We'll see if we can hopefully get the axle out of the knuckle so we can put the wheel bearing in or replace it. Not sponsored by PB Blaster, by the way. Yay! Do we need a new axle?
We should get a new one.
So hub is out of the bearing. We used a press to do that. We have to get the bearing out of the knuckle and then this snap ring off as well, and then we're going to remove the dust shield so it's just easier. Then we'll get the old bearing out and put the new one in and then repress it all. So old bearing is out. I'm going to show you why it was making that noise. Well, Brandon's going to demonstrate it. So that's the noise that you guys were hearing when we were turning it when it was still attached to the knuckle and everything on the car. And explain again, please.
Well, it's just that the bearings in the race, either the outer or the inner race, get little grooves on them because of excess heat or something, and they start making a groaning noise. It wasn't to the point to where the wheel was rocking at all. It was just making the noise of it grinding back and forth.
So if that did make your tire or your wheel start to rock, then if you let it go bad enough, eventually your wheel would just completely fall off because it would separate from the knuckle.
You can definitely, because the bearing would be here and the hub would be like, oh no, the wheel.
Yep. And that's, in case you're wondering, that's one of the only ways you can lose a wheel. So it's not common, but it is possible. So make sure you guys keep up on your maintenance, especially if your your car's lifted in the air, your wheel is just like this. If it is rocking back and forth, if you can push and pull on it. So typically the test to see if your wheel bearing is bad is you grab it by the bottom and the top and you rock it. You push it on both bottom and top. And if it's budging, if it's even the slightest bit, that's kind of questionable because your wheel bearing shouldn't get that bad already. So obviously that one wasn't doing that yet. It was just making a noise, which kind of, we wanted to catch it before it even gets anywhere near this, because even if it's rocking just the tiniest bit, it may not just, the wheel might not fall off yet, but you never know, you hit the right bump, you know, anything like that. You hit a curb or something weird, it could just aggravate the wheel bearing enough and your wheel's just gone. This is the new wheel bearing. No sound. Tiny sound.
That's just
but that's
the
just
grease in there moving.
it working, yeah. Pressing. Pressed. Snap ring in. Now fully pressed. And no noise! Yay. We had to get a new axle because we kind of messed up the threading on the old axle. And just safer to get a new one. And the knuckle is still detached from it because we wanted to get the axle in, and the knuckle has to be moved out of the way anyways to get the axle in, so why put it in if we don't have to yet? Alright, so putting the knuckle on now, getting all of the nuts and bolts and stuff like that in so we can reattach it and get this car on the road. Old school torquing, non-ratcheting torque wrench with the, what is it called?
I don't know, stick?
Scale thing. That's how they used to do it. And that's the little torque spec in foot-pounds, as you guys can read. Yep. Made it to the new shop. We are in Rita. This is the gorgeous new shop. It is awesome. I'll show you guys quite a bit of it and do a little quick tour. Might even see Sarah and Tuned. I think she's coming by today. But let's go ahead and do it. So office. This will be my space. So we are planning on doing something with this, changing it up a little bit. Probably gonna put display case roughly right there. That will be my little counter. So if you guys are coming in to rent a bay, come by and say hi. Other side will probably act as the waiting room in there. So inside of the shop, hi side, hi Sarah.
Hi.
Sorry. So that side's going to be entirely ours, and we do have an upstairs as well. Probably might just be an employee thing because it's not reinforced, it's not super strong, but we're going to have quite a few lifts over that way. We have 4 bay doors. At the very end, that will be Sarah's. It's going to be all blocked off and away from us. We are bringing the paint booth with us so you can rent it. So the paint booth, these are the little corners of it. It's going to go about this far in front of the bay door. It's going to go all the way back. And we have this little space we're not sure to do with it yet. We're thinking of maybe a motorcycle lift. So if you guys are motorcyclists and you want to work on your bikes, let us know and we'll think more into the lift. We might have a flat bay here that way because we do have this bay door that leads technically to the bathrooms, but we might have a flat bay at an angle. So we have a little shop sink, 2 bathrooms which are actually fairly nice, and one of them came with toilet paper. So bathroom, nice little soap dispenser, sink, napkins, everything we need pretty much, and the infamous toilet paper that came free. I think we have to fix the sink though because, yeah, high pressure, not the pressure you want. And it's not a finished project yet, but we do have a little tool cubby that might be part of the waiting room too. Quick little sneak peek. Kayla and Preston are working on one of our carts. Hi Kayla. Don't look at me. This place is gonna be really cool. Here's our upstairs. The stairs are sketchy, so we might have to just completely redo the stairs or not allow customers up here. But here's the top. We were going to use this as possibly a waiting room so people can watch other people kind of work and everything like that. But we would have to reinforce this because this probably couldn't even withstand like a couch. So we'll see what we do with this. It might just be like an employee hangout, which we'd still have to reinforce for. But we might just leave it alone for now and just see what happens because we are planning on just working through like lunch and everything like that. So we really don't need an employee spot, but might as well do something with it because we have it, so why not?
What are we saying?
I don't know. Hi.
She wanted me to be in her video, so
Yes, I did.
I'm in her video. We just stopped by the shop because they're unboxing a bunch of stuff.
It's very true. She's better at explaining things than I am, as you guys probably have seen so
you,
far.
you can't be self-deprecating. You gotta be confident.
Have you seen any of my videos? It's a little too late.
I know, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm squatting down because I'm a giant, so whoop, there we go.
Hi.
I don't really have much
You see-
storage on my side, then
Oh.
I might build a wall
That's so sketchy.
on the wall. And then we'll build a wall.
Probably like that much. I don't know.
Who knew clear liquid could be so deadly?
I got like 2 sets of wheels.
Yeah, I mean, like the pallet racks, like you're probably just gonna have.
Yeah, clouds coming off our floors now because we're doing the acid. Oh my gosh.